Sega.
Okay, so this is my Let's Play that's going to be replacing Neverwinter Nights 2, Valkyria Chronicles, something my brother purchased back in the early 2000s, and I saw bits and pieces of him playing it, and he got it for me as a gift from Steam when he was testing. He was testing out how to buy gifts in Steam, and ended up just giving it to me. A lot of my there's a lot of games I have that ended up with my brother deciding he wanted to get a bunch of copies of the same game and give it to a bunch of people. So it is. I've played through parts of it. It is a very interesting story, and I like it. So we're going to go ahead and here we go. We are not going to load game. I do have a loaded game, but we're going to play a new game. On the Gallian front by Irene Fuller.
The year was 1935 EC. Two powers controlled the continent. In the east, the sun rose over the autocratic East European Imperial Alliance, otherwise known as the Empire. In the west, a network of loosely allied democracies formed the Atlantic Federation. Both powers depended on a precious mineral ragnite for their survival, and its growing scarcity led to the inevitable war. Hostilities began in the east when the Empire aggressively crossed their western border. The Atlantic Federation responded, and the Second European War was on. The Empire, with its vast military superiority, struck hard, gaining ground in early victories and putting the Federation on the defensive. Emboldened by their progress and momentum, the Empire set their sights beyond the borders of the Federation. In neighboring Gallia, a peaceful principality along the sea, they found their next victim. Gallia had long maintained its neutrality in the tensions between the two superpowers. But the rich stores of ragnite under the Gallian soil proved too tempting for the Empire. it amassed troops along the eastern border and invaded with all the force of an avalanche.
I get the feeling
Prologue.
that
Gallia to arms.
I get the feeling that the size of the continents in this world are humongous compared to our own. Because, as far as I know, this entire game takes place in Gallia. You run across forests and deserts and so many different climes that it's like it would have to be something the size of Texas minimum. Okay. So this is a new episode. This is the European War II. That's what we just saw, I believe. Let's go ahead and view it. Oh, no, we already saw this. Can we skip? Yes, we can. Okay. So you see these other ones down here that I can't point to because I don't have a mouse are blank, where you see 2 and 3. They're not quite blank. You can kind of see what's there. But we're going to have to wait to unlock more parts of the story first. Yes, let's view this episode.
March 1935. Outside the Gallian border town of Brule.
Here goes the march of refugees further to the coast.
Residents are leaving the town before the invasion, headed inland towards the capital.
Was that sheepwood? Huh.
I haven't been down this road in years. It really hasn't changed very much.
I do like how on the edges everything turns to a sketch type thing,
Already?
rather than fully colored.
Hey there, guys. You're beautiful. Starting early this year. You're heading upstream, huh? How's the water?
See, he's sketching, so that's why the edges of the screen are sketchy.
Freeze!
Yeah.
Put your hands in the air. Slowly. Haven't seen you around before. What's your name?
My name's Welkin. And you are?
The one with the gun. We're with the Bruletown Watch.
I'm
Alicia.
that.
Alicia Melchiot.
Come on, Alicia,
So,
you should have gone
I'm
with the
wondering what
badass
you've been
thing.
writing in that little book you've got there. Imperial spies are in the area.
This book is nothing, really. I was just sketching the fish and, you know...
Yes. Oh, I know. And you know there's a war on, don't you? All right then, Mr. Artist. We'll talk about fish sketching down at the station.
Oh.
Take him away.
At least she's not
Thanks, fish.
just operating as a rogue element. She's actually out with a patrol, and she has a point. I do like that. If this were a typical anime, she'd just be the loose cannon that's off to make a point somewhere, and there wouldn't have been the two people on the side. Let's look at the menu real quick. We have chapter select, tab select, which we can't really use right now, save. Oh, saves to Steam Cloud and hard disk drive. I'll lose my save drive if I do this, won't I? Yep, I'm gonna go ahead and save. I have to save over it. Oh, well, yes. Options. I think I'll leave the options the same. Title screen? No, I don't want to read the title screen. Close. So we're gonna look at the next episode. We're going to get to a fight here in a little bit.
Flowers, bugs, and fish. You're not bad with a pen, are you? I have to say, they're really very good.
Thank you. So you see, I really was just sketching.
Maybe. Or this could be some kind of secret code. And I intend to take my time finding out for sure.
Behold, the characteristic anime tsundere
Lux? Is that
twist.
Isara! Oh, your timing is perfect.
you? What have you gotten yourself into now, Welkin? Wait. Don't you live at the old general's house? That's right. I'm General Gunther's daughter, Isara. You do know everyone's supposed to evacuate, right? Yes, I'm aware of that. My brother's here to help me move to the capital, but that may be difficult. I mean, unless you're willing to let him go, that is. Huh?
Oops! You just arrested the son of a local dignitary.
I apologize, but I was just doing my job, you know. I saw you with the notebook and thought you were a spy. Again, I'm really sorry about that.
No, she has a point.
Don't worry about it. I can see how I might have looked a little suspicious.
Welks has a real passion for observing nature. That's why he's studying it at the university, right?
Guilty as charged. I get so into it sometimes I forget where I am or that somebody might be watching me.
Gunfire! Everyone keep your heads down!
Over there! Come on!
Oh, they shot the kid! Oh, they shot everybody.
Damn it!
Welkin, you can handle a gun, right?
Yeah. I mean, I made it through training anyway.
Well, they're probably just a small scouting team. We should be able to take them out.
I'm with you.
Just so you know, in this country world setting, military training is a required part of education from middle school on up. Some of the plot unimportant characters you can get are middle school aged, because that's when the battle training begins. So if you're in middle school, high school, or university, you are required to go through military training in addition to whatever your profession you're training for. About saving the game! Once, open the menu by pressing the F button, then select Save to record your progress to the Steam Cloud and hard disk drive. Saving is a good idea before, during, and after any combat op. Anything can happen out there. Okay. Now, we have an encounter. Yes. This is a fairly easy one, though it's at the beginning. We don't have a tank to help us.
Okay, here's the plan.
She's leading. We've got to eliminate the Imperial Scouts that are approaching Brule. We'll deploy from here and take out all 3 of them. Okay. Just cross the bridge and take them down as fast as you can. Our objective here is to eliminate all enemies. Let's take them one at a time, nice and easy. Failure. Welkin dies, Alicia dies, or 20 turns pass. This should not take 20 turns.
Just stay calm and get it done.
Okay.
I see 3 of them.
Yeah.
That's 3 too many. Stay sharp.
They're not particularly good scouts if they're attacking, are they?
Listen
map-
a second. There's something I should explain.
Oh, yeah, she's going to explain the mechanics now. About command points. When combat starts, you'll see a map of the area and your unit's positions. This is referred to as command mode. Here you'll select the unit you'd like to move based on their position respective to the enemy. Then press space, because I'm doing the PC version. Doing so uses up one of the command points displayed at the top of the screen. They reflect your ability as commander, and represent the number of times you can give instructions to, i.e. control your units for each player phase. In this battle you have 3 CP, so you can issue instructions to your units up to 3 times. Let's try moving a unit now. Okay, we are going to move Alicia first.
Okay?
About action points. Use CP to select a unit in command mode. You'll be plunged to action mode. Here you can freely move your unit you selected around the field. As you move in action mode, the action points gauge at the bottom of the screen will gradually deplete. This represents that unit's mobility. Once it reaches 0, the unit will be unable to move any further. Keeping an eye on the unit's remaining AP while they are in motion is critical to keeping them safe. Okay. For now, use WSAD to move the unit near the sandbags. That was going to be what I wanted to do anyway. Sometimes you get into the idea of about attacking. Press E to enter target mode. There, the unit will prepare to attack with their currently selected weapon. Use the I guess they expected us to use Welcomers. Use the WSAD to move the crosshairs onto an enemy, or the Q and E buttons to snap between targets. Enemies will not attack while you are in target mode, so take your time to aim well before pressing space to fire. Your shots will land somewhere within the circle surrounding the crosshair, so it's best to center it on the entire target. Shots to the head or other weak points will result in greater damage. A unit can only attack from target mode up to once per action, so choose wisely before you open fire. If the target survives your attack, they may then launch a counterattack. A damaged unit may not have the HP to survive the enemy's counter, so be careful when planning your attack. And they will target you. I'm going to go ahead and crouch. Proves your aim anyway. They will target you when they're running if they have their arm, if they have their attention directed your way. See, now, if you look at there, it says, if I point it to the body, it'll say it takes 7 shots. If I point at his head, it'll say it takes 2 shots, but it's a more difficult shot. But I'm going to go ahead and try it. There we go. And each weapon shoots a certain number of times. About ending actions. A unit with 0 remaining AP that has already performed an attack in target mode is unable to act further. Press ESC to end their current action. Oops! You can press ESC and end a unit's action even if they have not attacked and still have AP. Yeah, I skipped one set of instructions, but I think that's fine. No. Crouch there, and I'm going to have you, yes. And reload, thank you. Okay, so now we are going to go ahead and put Welcome into it. Here we go. Oh, moving the mouse does help you. Okay. How about using cover? When standing near crouch bags, the command crouch will appear. Press space to take cover behind them. While hiding behind cover, units are harder to target, take less damage, and are immune to headshots and critical damage. Meanwhile, units caught out in the open by enemy attacks will be easier to hit and could take significantly more damage. Yep. Advance carefully, moving from cover to cover. Always try to end your actions safely from harm. Doing so should keep your troops alive long enough to secure victory for Gallian. I really don't like advancing with him. He is a... Oh, I'm going to use up all of his, Yes, in the current action before he gets shot to death. Okay, I am going to go ahead and use a command shot at him so I can get him to cover. Okay, and E. I'm targeting with the mouse right now. I could target him too, but he's much further away. Let's move up a little bit. You're in the open. You should be an easy shot.
Now!
I forgot. You're welcome. Yep. Okay. That's the end of my turn. about ending the phase. When your CP reaches 0, the player phase ends and the enemy phase begins. One player-enemy phase pair constitutes a single turn. The fewer turns you complete a mission in, the more cash and experience you'll receive at the end, but being too hasty can lead to unnecessary risks. The key is to find a challenging balance, and to replay certain encounters over and over again to get more experience and cash. Yes. His turn. Ow. Well, you still have tons of health.
Take this!
Good No, not good shot, Wilkin. You didn't get him to kill him off the first time. Here we go. Oh, you hit him. And he hit you.
Now!
Not bad for an officer and tank driver. You get one more action. Oh, he's not going to use it. Using CP effectively. When used well, even a limited number of CP can take out a significant number of foes. CP can be used on the same unit multiple times. For instance, a pool of 3 CP can be used to move one unit 3 times in a row. Perfect for cutting into enemy lines or hurrying past dangerous terrain. That said, people get tired. They'll start each consecutive action with fewer AP than the last, so keep that in mind. If you use the cancel button to end your phase with CP still remaining, those CP will be carried over to the next turn. CP are a precious resource. How you choose to manage them will decide your fate. It really is that way. We are going to go to Alicia. I don't think I'm going to be using a mouse much here. Okay, stand. Go over. I'll be using the mouse for look. Can I get you? Guess what, guy? Okay, see the shots? That's the... Her weapon is the rifle. It gets 5 shots on each time she takes an attack action. She only needs 2 hits in this to kill her. 2 hits on target to kill her. But they might hit the body, so it might take more than 2 shots. It didn't take more than 2 shots. And now we get graded.
I don't see any more of them.
We are B rank. You have to do it in 1 turn to get A rank. Okay. Okay. A new episode has been added. Yes, a hilltop promise. These are horrible scouts.
Miss Melchior, there's no other sign of the enemy.
Good. Now, go keep watch and stay alert.
Yes, ma'am. What should we do with the bodies, ma'am?
We'll bury them. So it's begun. I'll do whatever it takes to protect the people of this town. I'll do it. Even going to war, I'll do it. What are those?
Seeds from the lion's paw. It blooms white, small, simple, and strong.
I want to be able to remember, once the war is over, that it wasn't all just people killing people. That even in war, there was also new life.
Oh, so she's planting the seeds so that there's something else.
On the 15th day of the 3rd month of the year 1935, the Empire began its assault in earnest. A formal declaration of war was made upon Gallian. Though it was only a small front in a massive continental assault, what followed would prove that a tiny nation could best a military giant.
Spoilers?
These events would tell a story of tragedy hidden in the mists of time. A story of courage and of trust, of persecution and hate, and of love blooming even through the flames of war. What follows is a record of this conflict and of those who fought, lived, and died.
We do get to meet Irene. I don't know what you would call this. My timer rang, so I'm going to be ending this in a little bit.
Chapter 1. In Defense of Brule.
I don't know what you would call this as equivalent to in real life. I think it's pretty much... It is so far removed from real history that it doesn't have an exact parallel. The closest would probably be the Winter War, but the politics don't exactly match up at all. But it doesn't match the Polish War either. Maybe it matches something World War I rather than World War II, but I doubt it. I think it's just a general war thing. It being a Japanese game with anime aesthetic, especially, it's kind of a Studio Ghibli feel to it. But that doesn't necessarily mean happy ending. A lot of anime tends to end rather on the range of bittersweet to outright sad and depressing. If you think I'm making that up, try to watch Air sometime. No, don't do that. I don't want to be responsible for this for anything you might do when you reach the end of that story. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and cut this video. See you in a little bit.